everyone. Something that I found to be important in this chapter's reading is how the modern criminal justice system, and especially the prison system, was built out of racialized control and not just built out of nowhere. Something that the chapter opens with that really sets the tone for the rest of the lesson was this quote saying that mass imprisonment turns human beings into non-persons, numbered beings cribed into boxes of unlife for the very souls under destructive onslaught. This is really powerful because it forces us to see incarceration as not just a legal process, but rather a form of human caging that erodes all possibilities and promises of dignity as a human being and community that you may have in your life. What really stood out to me is how authors connect subjects like slavery, Jim Crow laws, and even today's prison industrial complex, showing that the system didn't simply evolve, it just shifted forms. Then the text explains that the 13th Amendment abolished slavery, except as a punishment for crime. It's very clear why prison labor exploded in post-slavery South, as the entire legal structure was really focused on trying to bring back the labor system that they had in the past, not as slavery, as that was a violation of the Constitution, but rather as a form of punishment or imprisonment, which led to the institution of things such as black codes, which were laws that convicted black or dark-skinned people for very minor crimes and forced them back into this labor system that was extremely unethical and racist, and in every form essentially negated the 13th Amendment. This chapter also makes the point that the war on drugs, which was never really about drugs, it was rather about how the police round up black and brown neighborhoods, even though drug rates were similar across white neighborhoods as well. In fact, some drugs were predominant in white neighborhoods. This creates what Michelle Alexander calls a racial caste system, where people are locked into cycles of arrest, convictions, and what she terms to be invisible punishment, causing people to lose housing, employment, civil rights long after their sentence ends, and causing a social hierarchy that is built into society, despite the fact that that the government and legal system has done a lot to oppose racism. And then one question I had about this chapter was just that if prisons were originally built to control racialized labor and maintain social order for the powerful, or more higher up people in the social hierarchy, then what would it take to remove the system and the status quo?